The Public Access Boys. The Public Access Boys.
And we are back. Yeah.
Hello there, folks. Welcome to episode 2. Episode 2 of the Public Access Boys. What's up? Glad to have you back. Thanks for tuning in. We've got some gems for you today, as always. My co-host Peter Levine and I have really curated some great content for you today, so stay tuned to learn. That's for sure. Peter,
yeah, I'm excited.
How's your week been since
weeks.
Well, actually weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we've been with you. We decided to take a little bit more time to get the premium content for you guys. We want to make sure that we're really packing a punch every episode, and it's just too much to handle every week. So if you guys will be patient with us and just give us that extra week, we'll come with some extra fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had a question for me, I believe.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how your 2 weeks were going. Anything new? Anything that our audience should know? Did you learn anything? Did you forget anything?
Well, it's been a tame few weeks for me, actually. Actually, one thing that I do have, my mom handmade me some clementines.
That's great. That's great.
Kumquats.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we really we're gaining quite the traction with this rebranding. It's helped a lot. We've received numerous emails, fan mail, even more than we got last season. They just really like the new face of things, and they feel like you guys are feeling like you're learning more, and we're excited to provide that for you. We actually just found out our Facebook count is up to...
Ooh, drum roll, please. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
I believe our Facebook count was at 107 last time we checked, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that verified for you.
107, guys. It's in the official count. What I said, 107.
107. So.
And we've only had that baby up for what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Peter,
so.
we talked about you not talking so much this week, so let's try listening a little bit. It's distracting to our viewers, and we discussed it, so let's just execute what we went over, okay? We've got a new segment for you guys. We've got a gentleman by the name of Handy Horse.
Handy Horse. He's our new little friend, and we're gonna ask him. Oh, Staley, do you want to introduce this one?
No, you're pretty clear.
Okay, Handy Horse, he's a new friend of both Daly and mine, and he's very knowledgeable. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him introduce. He's gonna answer some questions.
He's here for you.
It's gonna be a treat. So let's check that out.
Handy Horse, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not the fastest of horses, but
Tardy Horse.
Yeah, that's a joke. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Handy Horse, we understand that you are kind of a political pundit So you've got any opinions on socialism versus capitalism?
With socialism, you've got so much.
All right, easy there, buddy. Donald Trump versus Hillary. Thoughts?
It's a difficult category in this election. The two-party system is not doing what we wanted. I think Handy Horse is no longer here.
Not quite as informative as we were looking for, but
No, definitely not. Do you mind?
maybe he was a little rusty. That's all right.
He's a friend, but I don't need him. So.
Be around every once in a while. So we're told. He was part of the new contract negotiations. They wanted to bring in more fresh faces for you guys, as if we weren't enough for you. But hey, we don't make the rules. We just abide by them. So stay tuned to learn it's kind of just pay attention to some things will stick, some things will slide away. So just give us your patience. Listen to what these people have to say. I'm sure you'll learn a few things or two. We won't, but you might. So just we respect your time on that one, and hopefully we'll get some gems for you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Daly's protecting me here, Ben, and I'm keeping my mouth shut this episode. But that was my idea. Turns out, Handy Horse, it wasn't really the most well thought out.
Handy Horse,
segments.
that was bad.
Yeah.
That was something you'd see last season, and we owe it
something
to you.
You'd see on like TBS or something.
We do owe it to you to bring our best and bring new things. But hey, we slip up every once in a while. But like I said, I wasn't lying. You probably will see more of those. So stay tuned.
Yeah, it's not. That's sort of what our wheelhouse at this point.
You might get something out of them. So just give us a second.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so we've got a commercial break for you here, folks. Stay there.
Yeah, never too soon.
Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
The following is a paid advertisement of the Rocket Lifestyle. These views are exposed to not especially reflect the views of the network. Struggling getting the distance? Tired of being a hack? Has your distance got you down?
I want to go long. Real champion. Go long. Nobody likes short. Hi, I'm Rick the Rocket Rogers, known for my patented 2.5-mile rocket drill. And I'm here to teach you about going the distance in golf and in life.
You think I went from 0 to long like that?
The Rocket.
Before easy payments to 1776 was non-refundable, non-reversible, nothing you can do at all about this.
So hey guys, welcome back. Quick commercial break there.
Yep.
So my brother and I just wanted to give you guys a little brief business update with our cell phone app. So we've been making a cell phone app that's about don't drink and drive. It's going really well. We've definitely gotten some interested parties.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
That's the app.
Yes, it's a sign that's we've pivoted since last 2 weeks. It's been kind of our business plans taking some hits, but so basically what it is it's an app. You open it up, and inside it gives you advice. It's kind of like a daily advice app, so on your phone. And what it does, you open it up and it gives you an advice. Yeah, it's really simple. It's automated, so you just open it and the advice is right there. You look puzzled.
We have a PSA for you, ladies and gentlemen. Please pay attention. This is a serious subject. Be safe out there this fall, ladies and gentlemen. It's slippery. You know, there can get some a little bit of rain on those leaves. You're walking down the sidewalk. You never know. You could just feet could go right out from under you. So
Yeah, you gotta get good shoes.
Safety issues
fall
aside.
Shoes.
how has your fall been so far? Have you been enjoying some pumpkins, some pumpkin
it's been
beer, some pumpkin pies, some pumpkin seeds, some pumpkin spice coffee from Dunkin' Donuts?
Something that I've been
Not
doing.
paid by Dunkin' Donuts. Just shout that out.
Something that I've been doing recently is actually taking the pumpkin seeds, and I put them in the oven with a little bit of sea salt. So
Get a little roasted.
Yeah, you roast those up.
Roasted nuts for you.
Roast those suckers up, and then you put them in a pot, and you leave them in the pot for you have to the fermenting process takes about 9 to 10 months, and so we've started that.
Got some summer seeds for you.
So basically, in next August, we're going to be able to harvest the seeds in our stomachs, and it's just a treat. It's a tradition in my family. We do that, and then we take a bath, and that's about.
And then you're back to baths.
Yeah, back to baths. We listen to classical operas, and I probably should.
I'm pretty much a shower guy myself. I don't really have enough time in the day for baths, and they're also kind of gross. I mean,
I don't understand what.
If you think about it,
gross about
you're pretty much laying in your own filth after like 30 seconds.
They actually did a MythBusters on that. It's not.
It's
just a myth.
Like, what do you're washing yourself with yourself. So I just like to get a shower. It's just
we actually have soap. I'm not just like taking my filth and spreading it on myself.
It's more efficient just to get the the water going from above and just get a quick scrub, and you're in. You're rub-a-dub-dub. You're out. So
truth be told, though, life is hard. There's so much going on. You've got the internet. You've got millennials. It's crazy right now. So I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be able to just go in, relaxed, turn on some music, turn on some candles, and in August you get to eat your very own fermented pumpkin seeds. You can't do that in a shower because then
I feel like you gotta clean your bathtub like once, twice a week in order to be like kosher, right? Some grime and grud that's gonna get in there. Yeah.
Well, anyways, we actually have a guest that's coming on. He's a weatherman. He's really good at the weather, so I'm really excited to show him to you.
Don't go away.
Just sit tight, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to present to you Somerville's very own best predictor of the weather, Terry Galapogos.
Hey, Terry.
Hey guys.
Pleasure to have you
Thanks
here.
for coming in. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
So, Terry Galapogos,
It's me.
tell us about that. Where's your name from?
It's a family name.
What's origin Galapagos?
I think somewhere in South America.
Like the Galapagos Islands?
No, it's
West of there?
a different sort of.
Variation.
It's
okay.
It's like a family name.
Well, so when you say family, what family are you talking about? Like your parents, like your siblings?
Well, I think you got to understand about names is, you get your name from your dad or your mom. They get it from their granddad or grandmom or great granddad. So it kind of just trickled down.
Yeah.
So what's the weather like? Would you say in South America?
West of there, you said.
West South America.
The weather, south of the sort of equator is usually pretty mild.
Mild.
What do you mean by mild?
Is that like Taco Bell mild, or I mean it's kind of a relative term.
Here's the thing about the weather, guys. The weather is a piece of news. News
actually-
news is sort of a.
Yeah, it's clementines.
Do you want a clementine? My mom handmade these. These are handmade.
Can I just hold on to it?
This one's quite good. Yeah, please. It actually helps me when I'm nervous.
Basically,
Which
what I
you
was.
shouldn't be.
It's like,
I mean,
like a
with your-
stress
with your
ball,
network
you know. Just don't
experience.
squeeze it though. So you were saying the weather.
Yeah, the weather. I mean, sort of lately I've been called a weatherman, but the weather is sort of a piece of news that is part of the bigger overall news structure. And I'm a newsman. I'm interested in the news, and so I took this job as meteorologist and sort of the weather guy, Terry. But I am a true news reporter. I'm a journalist at heart. I like to go out there and get scoops. So when you ask me
what's a scoop?
Like scooping up
Okay.
snow and
So-
you're predicting it, or
there's a couple
sorry,
things.
Take us
When
to
you
the
have a-
we know what this is, but I don't.
You don't.
think
So when
they
we
know.
go to the, beginning of a week in the newsroom, you look at different stories, potential things that we're going to cover, and you have to pick between 3 and 5 scoops, and you might have 10 to 20 sitting on your desk, and you got to think about a couple different things. You got to think about, okay, did anybody die in the scoop? Did anybody almost die in the scoop? Was anybody injured? You're looking for blood. You're looking for sadness. Does the scoop have a happy ending? If it has a happy ending, then it's probably not the scoop that you want, because people want to be sort of fearful in the neighborhood.
scared
They
of
want to
the
know about the sort of abominations that are happening nearby and in the local region. So when you when you do the squirrel on a surfboard, you do the kind of like happy adoption at the zoo. It's not really something that the people are going to come back for and look for the update.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you ask me about the weather, it's raining out. It's not raining out.
Have you got? Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I'm
got
sorry.
marbles in his
please.
mouth tonight, folks.
I know.
Sorry.
So
about-
going back to the
It's a
weather,
lot to cover.
when you've got that like prediction, there's 50% chance of rain. Is that really just like you have no idea? I always wonder about that. Is it just like you're rolling the dice there, or?
Well, weather is a science.
Yeah.
It revolves around the sun. It's something that we are able to zero in on quite accurately.
Yep.
But I can do the weather in about 5 seconds. I can tell you
It's raining.
rain, shine. I can tell you thunder, clouds. I like to
Is that
move
kind of
on from
based
the
on
weather.
feel, or?
You look, to be honest.
Are you one of those guys who has like, oh, my arm's swelling up, that must be a storm's a coming?
My arthritis is at me again.
Well, I am 38 years old, so I have a couple swollen bones, and that's not actually anything to laugh at. And weather, as stupid as it is and as easy as it is to figure out, you look outside, you get the weather. But news isn't funny. So when I think about the weather, I think about it as maybe 1/8 of the news. But I'm a newsman. I go to a studio and I climb my way to the top. I look at the structure, I look at the production manager, I look at the lead anchor, I look at the co-lead anchor, I look at the weatherman or the weather lady. And when it comes down to it, I want to be the best. I was born into it. I'm 38 years old. You don't see a lot of journalists over 40 these days.
What happened?
I have a short window.
Go to journalist funeral or
I think of myself at peak
graveyard?
sexiness right now.
Okay.
No, it
I need
looks-
to
it
put
really
myself out there.
George
I need to be in
Clooney.
front of the cameras, and that's just where I'm at.
Speaking of guys in front of the camera, that guy Hal Colton in Snooze. Have you checked that out?
Oh, absolutely.
He's outstanding.
Yeah, have you been watching the newscasting on a snooze?
Hal is a colleague.
Oh yeah, you work with him?
Hal's the kind of guy. He doesn't say much, but he says a lot with his eyes.
Get a chair. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
Do you want to just hold on?
Hal, yeah. So I mean, I like the idea of Hal. I get it. He's young. He's new. He's on the scene. He's been.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
He's got
been covering
riveting
good
stuff,
stories. But I think over the next.
He's got charm, he's got leading anchor charm, which I think is what people want to see on the news,
He puts the cheeks in the seats.
Okay.
so to speak.
Here's the thing about Hal. Hal came on quickly and thought he could conquer the world. I'm someone who has covered the news in almost every state, about 32 states. I know news. Hal has been around for what, 3-4 years? What, he just get to Somerville? You got to put me in. I'm riding the bench. They got me doing the weather. I'm looking for some airtime. I want to do the news.
like
News
that
isn't
song.
funny.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about the news.
Nothing has ever
If
been
you're
funny
doing
about the
it right-
news. Another thing.
No
about the
news is good news.
Actually, I'm so sorry. We have to play a little segment here. We will
right
get
back.
back to you. Yeah, right
Don't
back
go
after
anywhere.
these little messages right here. So yeah, the bumper's over. Now, yeah, we can talk some more. So once
So-
again, we're with How Cold. Sorry, we are with Terry Galapogos.
Terry Galapagos, west of South America,
Weather fame.
bringing you the weather on the daily.
What'd you think of
Specialty.
my mom's clementines? These are handmade. These are handcrafted clementines.
They're good.
Straight from my mom's
They're
house,
artisanal.
which is also my house.
They felt good in my hand.
What do you think? They're actually good on your skin. So do you have to be outside a lot for your job, considering you're interacting with the outside
Yeah.
world?
When I'm out in the field, I like to wear
Sunscreening.
a hat that has a larger brim.
So you're a
When you're in the
brimmed
field, you got to
hat.
take it seriously.
Check you for the
Absolutely.
rays for sure.
Go
Yeah,
out-
your skin, you don't look burnt at all.
No.
Which is that's a rarity I've found.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In this field.
Get it from my mother, and I like to have as smooth skin as possible. And the sun is known to toughen skin. I learned that in my days of doing meteorology.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, do you have how is your relationship with your mother in relation to your skin? You know,
Did she support you predicting the weather?
and your skin as well. How do you feel like she impacted
My mother
all of these things?
has always been supportive of me doing the news all over the country. She's gotten 3 a.m. phone calls from Topeka on payphone, and she's been a shoulder to lean on. Whether it's in person or over a telephone wire. She knows I'm going to make it.
I'm good with this.
She's about 94 years old, and my mom is one of my best friends.
Yeah. 94?
Yep,
Wow.
yesterday.
She had you in late in life, huh?
Yeah, pretty late. I mean, she was in her 50s or 60s, so.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You sure you don't want a clementine in there? Oh, you have one. All
Yeah,
right.
I gave him a
Gosh,
little
nice.
piece. I did. Sorry, I didn't
Gotta
wash
make
my
sure our
hands.
Very
guests
sweet.
are nourished.
Yeah,
They're very sweet.
it's a little bit of my own salt on there because I took a bath earlier, and that's one of the benefits of a bath. Really, is just you get a little ode to Peter whenever you're touching things.
Odor,
Or if you-
Dave, Peter.
Haha, Daily. This interview's not about me. We're back to Terry Galapogos.
I use an outdoor shower.
Now that's smart. I
so
haven't
vintage.
heard before. Now that's the kind of guy that we want on the show. You know, we actually got a hack here last week because our top choice fell through. We were looking for local talent, and we got it this week. Thank you so much for coming. Do you have more things that you'd like to talk about? Anything you want to tell to our audience?
What
or-
does Somerville not know that we should? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, everybody
the
knows
premise of
you.
this show is to inform our audience, to give them the steps they need to succeed in life, art, business, fun. So inform our audience. Teach them something.
All right, sure.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Actually, we have to go to this other clip. I'm so sorry. We've got sponsors here.
Sponsorships,
We
you
will
know.
get right to
Gotta keep
that
the lights on.
right after this. Thank you.
We interrupt this program for an emergency broadcast.
Skip it a boop bop a bop skip it a bop 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 beep 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 beep.
Scat City! Do you have a twisted sense of humor? Do your friends or family get tired of being around you in just a matter of minutes? Well, you're in luck, because Scat City Improv, home of the Scat City Improv players, is looking for talent, and it may just be you! With world-class teachers and some of the most side-splitting squillies you'll ever meet. Ooh, sweet baby! Scat City has got it all! Auditions are tomorrow at 2:30.
And we are back with our main weatherman, Terry Galapagos.
Newsman.
And as we were saying before we got interrupted by our sponsorship, Thank you, Scat City. We appreciate the money.
Oh, Scat City Improv auditions are tomorrow at 2:30. Be there if you want to go to show business.
But our
think
man
show
Terry
business is silly.
Galapogos was going to teach us something. What do they need to know? Go.
Okay, for all you kids out there in Somerville want to get into the news, you got to know 3 or 4 things. 1, news isn't funny. 2, news is important. 3, news can be fun, but it's not something that you want to joke about. And when you cover the news, you have to be sensitive to the topic. You have to understand if it's a serious story, if it's a light story, if it has to do with politics. You need to remain partisan and make sure that you are sort of playing both sides of the rope. News is a tug of war. You've got to work your way up to the top. You've got to, take what's yours. I'm a scrap dog. I've been all over the country doing the news. I have worked for, over 50 different stations. I think that probably speaks to my experience and how sort of well accomplished I am. I've covered, thousands of stories. I like to go out in the field. I like to get in there, get nitty gritty, work with the people, and get to the bottom of things, because what you really need to understand is news is the truth. So when you go home and put on that 5:15 broadcast and you see me up there with my red tie and my plush gray blazer, just know you're gonna get the truth. And that's what the news is all about.
That's the news.
Well said, Terry Galapagos. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much for all of your
pleasure.
time. You look
It was a
great.
pleasure.
Can't wait to hear about
Keep fighting the good fight and letting us know when the sunshine's coming out.
Thank you. Any storms coming up? Just got to get one for the road.
It's just kind of rained on my parade there.
Yeah, all right. Well, he was a
We
little
gotta,
less agreeable than expected.
Talk to the staff about this timing for these guests.
Absolutely.
Just going, doing their own thing, and that
We
is
had a lot more to cover tonight.
not okay. I mean, we just
night.
lost 3 bullet points for you guys. Sorry.
Well, anyways, we have to say goodnight. So, hey, Terry, thank you so much for being here. Really, really loved having you. Daly, did you love having him? Yep.
Did.